Our Parashat Tazria-Metzora deals with the halachas related to Metzora, someone who has tzaras, and the Gemara teaches us that there are 7 punishments, 7 averos a person will receive the punishment of tzaras, with the most prominent being that of lashon hara. Interestingly, the Yerushalmi in the beginning of Peah teaches that someone who speaks lashon hara is equivalent to someone who violates all 3 of the cardinal sins, kilo rayos, shvichas damin, and avodah zarah. And the question is why? What is the significance of speaking lashon hara that it's equivalent to violating the 3 cardinal sins? Secondly, one of the halachas the Torah teaches related to the Metzora is that we send him out of the machna. He is sent into exile. And the question is why? What is the reason that the Torah commands Badad Yeshev Mechutz HaMachana Moshavo, that we have to send him out of the encampment because he violated the Isser of lashon hara and he became a Metzora? And the third and final question I'd like to ask is based on the Gemara in Sanhedrin. The Gemara teaches that the 3 of the prakim in Eicha begin with the pasuk begin with pei, begins before the pasuk begin with an ayin, because the miraglim, the spies, when they came to check out Eretz Yisrael, their mouth preceded their eyes. Their peh became before their ayin. What is the meaning behind this Gemara? What is the lesson and significance of this Gemara? What are we supposed to learn from it? So in order to answer these questions, I think we have to take a deeper dive into the meaning of lashon hara and what it means to be human. The pasuk in the beginning of Bereshis teaches Vayipach ba'apav nishmas chaim, that Hashem breathed life into our mouths, into our nose. And Onkelos teaches that this means that we have a ruach memalala, the ability to speak, the koach hadibur. What distinguishes humans from animals is the fact that we have the ability to speak. When we understand the significance of our power of speech with this light, now we can maybe understand what the Yerushalmi means. When the Yerushalmi is saying that a person who speaks lashon hara is tantamount to violating the 3 cardinal sins, what the Yerushalmi is saying is that lashon hara goes to the core of what it means to be human. The 3 averos of avodah zarah, gilo arayos, and shvichas damim are averos a person does with their body. Averos a person does with their mind or with their guf. But when it comes to lashon hara, it's an avera that goes to the core of what it means to be a human. It redefines, they're effectively undoing their nishmas chaim, their ruach memalala that Hashem gave them. And that's perhaps the reason why such an avera, the avera of lashon hara, is keneged kulam. And perhaps now we can understand also why there's a special halacha that we send the Metzora out of the machana. The person saying lashon hara split between ish ve're'ehu, man and his friend, and ish ve'ishto, man and his wife. And similarly, such a person we split him from the community because he is no longer defining himself as one of us. He's no longer the same level of humanity as the rest of the community. And for such a person who has chosen to define himself in this way, he's no longer fit to be connected to us because he is no longer connected to Hashem. Our koach hadibur, it comes directly from Hashem, and such a person has decided that he no longer wants to use his koach hadibur for the right reasons. And when he distances himself from Hashem, he also distances himself from our community. And that is the reason why the Torah, says the Maharal in Nesivas Olam, that is the reason that the Torah sends him out, tells us that we have to send him out of the machana. And now with this perspective in mind, maybe we can come to understand the Gemara in Sanhedrin. The Maharal in Netzach Yisrael Parak Tes teaches, he explains this, that what the Gemara means is that when we see something, we perceive something with our eyes, we're perceiving reality. Then we use our koach hadibur, we use our speech to define what it is, the reality that we see. What it means that the miraglim spoke with their mouth before what they saw with their eyes, it means that they defined the reality that they wanted to see. They saw the negativity, they defined the negativity that they wanted to see, and then when they saw whatever they saw that occurred, all the actions that were occurring in Eretz Yisrael, they then defined them as they saw what they wanted to see in what they had already predefined in their mouth. And that's the reason why there's such an Aveira, the Aveira of Lashon Hara about Eretz Yisrael, why we celebrate Tisha B'Av, why the Chet HaMeraglim was so bad. Because they corrupted our land. They corrupted the Kedushas Haaretz. They corrupted the Kedusha of Eretz Yisrael because they defined it negatively with their mouth, and only then they were able to see that negativity. And with the Yom HaAtzmaut coming up in this upcoming week, Yom HaZikaron and Yom HaAtzmaut, I think that this is a lesson that we should all take, not only about speaking about and seeing the good in Eretz Yisrael, Tovah ha'aretz ma'od ma'od, but also seeing the good in our friends, seeing the good in our community, and in the merit of using our koch hadibur, using our speech for positivity, both positivity about our family, positivity about our friends, and positivity about the entire Bnei Yisrael, the entire nation. In this merit, then we will silence our enemies who are using their koch hadibur. They are stealing the kol Yaakov. They're stealing the koch hadibur of our people, and they're corrupting it and abusing it to harm us. Then by us strengthening in this midah of using our koch hadibur for the good, then we will be zocha to having a peace in Eretz Yisrael, peace amongst Bnei Yisrael, and there will no longer be any machlokas amongst our people. Have a Shabbat Shalom.